spoke to the Israelite Jews. You never done your history. So that's my point. If you had a brain, obviously you don't use it.
I got words for you on your Discord, though, bro. Shit.
Oh, Psycho Soap, I recognize you.
Motherfuckers can say psyche. Motherfuckers can say soap.
Yeah, man, I recognize you. Yeah, man, we know each other.
You on that Thunderbird early this morning?
Yeah, it's early in the motherfucker, man. Thunder chicken in the freezer.
That nigga Blue Line drink early this morning.
Yeah, that's right. The king of
Wild Irish Rose.
That's right. The Jew. It's like Jew in this bitch. That's right. Playing that.
That nigga is on that Thunderbird early this
morning. You know what it is.
That nigga be pulling up with a smoke for y'all niggas. He's like, you dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
That nigga pulling up with smoke for you niggas, yo. Yo, good SBE, yo. Good SBE. Good SBE, Blue Line. Keep SBE in, nigga. We need to bring SBE back. Nigga, like this double, triple.
Bring it back. It's always been.
Hey, Pastor, dog. Did you know? I just realized this. I'm sharing your fucking shit on my channel, dog. I didn't know you can do that shit.
Hey, yo, thanks for sharing my shit on your channel, man. Thanks for that, yo. We'll bring SBE back, man. Like, niggas shutting up. Because you know what? Indifferent does not make a difference. I know a lot of guys are telling you that being indifferent to a bitch makes a difference. No, it doesn't, because women like attention. So indifference is not going to give them attention. So therefore, they're not going to like it. So indifference is not going to get you a bitch. Honestly, it's not. This is break these talking points down. It's not. Being indifferent to a bitch is not going to get you a bitch, because bitches like attention. You can't sit here and say that women crave attention, then turn around and say that women are that being indifferent gets you bitches. If being indifferent gets you bitches, why do women like attention?
How did you
Pastor. Oh my God, it's so simple, bro. If you're dealing with a drug addict, how powerful do you become when you hold the drugs back?
No, let's make everything clear.
You don't become powerful. They find another drug dealer.
Drugs.
I don't think you understand. If attention is an addiction,
let's make everything fair. Let's make everything fair, y'all.
What you asked me, you said when you hold back the drugs, but you're holding back the drugs. See, the thing about it is, they just find another drug dealer. They just find someone else to give them attention. That just is what it is.
Okay, but the principle still holds. The principle still holds.
Everyone's not going to hold the drugs
started
back.
off clean.
Everyone's not going to hold the drugs back, bro.
But if you don't,
well, hold on. Now we back to the original point of niggas stop simping. Stop simping.
You decide to stop drug dealing, nigga.
No, you simping is fucking up another nigga hustle. Because niggas simping, they fucking up the game.
Right now, everybody else want to stop drug dealing. I
don't get that part. How's a nigga simping fucking up the game? How is simping fucking up the game, man?
Because if niggas set the price, no, I'm put it like this.
First of all, y'all got to understand the position y'all in. First of all, when you include the dudes you include the dudes that's in jail, the ones that's in the L community now, and the ones the women that don't deal with Pookie and Red, man, it's damn odds damn 12-1, or at least 9-10-1, and you can't pick through that and get you something decent for you. I don't give a fuck about Sinead with the nails. Who cares?
Bro. Listen, let me make the argument to you. Look, you don't even understand where I'm coming from. Bro, I understand him. I understand you well enough, but let me make the point. Let me make the point. If you disagree with something that you haven't heard yet.
If a woman been dating a man that's been sipping she's been getting. Nigga been breaking the all, paying the rent and all that kind of shit all her life. She still gonna go to the solid nigga that she want in the end. That don't change.
So what's the point of simping? You now you talking shit about simping.
Yeah, Mr.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite.
And we don't have to worry about the masses of women. We only have to worry about the one we dealing with. We only got to worry about the woman we dealing with.
I
One.
think it's the opposite, actually. I think
Listen, let me make the point because you responded to something I haven't said yet. Now, the whole argument about simping fucking up the game is like economics, bro. It's like you coming in here lowering, you raising the value of pussy that had no value to begin with. That's basically what simping do.
Well, first of all, pussy's always free.
Right, and so now you putting a price on it by saying, I'm going to do this, and you so great, and you so that. Look, all your kids don't matter. I'm going to love you anyway. Now you putting a price on some shit that should have been free. You're raising the price of a bitch. You raising the bitch hopes up. You getting the bitch hopes up like she deserves better. You telling the bitch she deserves better. You telling her she deserves more.
You can literally get pussy in all price ranges. What's the problem?
Because they can't really get no
It's my bad. You can't speak economics to niggas. You can't speak economics to niggas. It's my bad. My bad.
They mute you niggas real quick. Hold on. So y'all talking real worldly, talking about the cost of nigga, you dealing with your soul fucking with all these hoes.
I mean, the thing about this is why we have reflection. Because you niggas are overvalued.
You can't paperwork attraction and how humans interact, man. You can't put a formula to this shit.
There is.
It is what it is.
No, he's right. It depends on the dude.
You can't put a formula to it. Most niggas get more women. Most men get more women when they broke. You know why? The nigga got to be creative. Am I lying?
Okay, but okay, fine. All I'm saying is those women now have a value judgment attached to them because of that situation.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't got to worry about that dumb shit. You know that.
Value judgment attached to you too. Hold on. That's what my daddy used to tell me. You the baddest mother. You the baddest.
My nigga. Yo. Me and you are not the hoes, bro. That's the difference. Me and you are not the hoes. Our math ain't the same as they math.
You don't believe in yourself. Ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. And that's your problem. You don't believe.
Now it's about believing in the. Now it's about believing in myself, bro. How did it become that?
Every woman ain't gonna say yes to you. That's what you gotta realize.
That's not the point. That's not. Bro, that is not the point.
Hold on, Hood. You want the chicks that look like Megan Thee Stallion and act like
that's not the point either, bro.
You can't get that.
Bro,
that is not the point, my nigga. That's not the point.
And then you get mad.
You want that to be the point. You want that to be the point. All I'm saying is there are value judgments attached to things. That's why y'all be
talking about Cardi B and Sierra. Y'all want the chicks who look like that, but they don't want y'all. So y'all bad at the other chicks you might have a chance with.
You see how niggas try to psychoanalyze numbers.
Mad because they don't want you.
You trying to psychoanalyze mathematics and shit. This is why I hate niggas sometimes.
It's the law of attraction, bro. It's the law of attraction.
Numbers don't have feelings, my nigga. So there's a value judgment to things.
But you got more like Cam said. It's more. I live in Atlanta. There's so many single black women, like he said. You can almost pick through. You can get a hood right.
Man, you got your pick of the list.
Absolutely.
They literally got women that looking for decent niggas right now.
But hey, let me say something real quick, right? We just was SBE and you know what I'm saying? And then what happened? Immediately, somebody came up to SBE. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like you need to come with a goddamn lifeboat to save these hoes. Just let us talk. Why do you have to like all you niggas just
ain't nobody saying this grown men talking, man. Nobody saving nobody. We just don't understand that shit. You're not gonna put a formula to that to me.
Why you trying to shame something you don't care about?
Man, life jacket to save these hoes. God damn.
It's back and forth dumb.
I ain't saying don't talk about these women, but why you trying to shame them? If you don't care about them, why you trying to shame them?
Why you trying to shame us?
I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just talking about you. See, that's the difference. I'm talking about you. I don't really give a fuck after this conversation. Like if you shame something, that means you have a vested interest, and if you want to see something right by it.
Hey y'all, man, and y'all young niggas know it all, man.
I'm 45. I'm 45.
Man, y'all know.
Soon as you have a different grown man opinion, now we're trying to save hoes. I'm trying to tell a nigga, the average young dude, you got the pad.
Hey, Mr. Kev, they know
You've been good. You've been good. Some niggas out here want to shame and blame and explain, and some of them want to keep the foot on their neck to make the whole. You're not gonna get all the women to change their frame of mind. Most women, 60-70% of women just regular good old man, and they go cheat on them to raise a family.
Hey man,
that's it.
Nigga, you ain't basing those numbers on nothing, bro. You ain't basing that 70% on nothing.
Hey, you young nigga, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
That's the problem. You too technical with shit. You want to be technical with it.
Let the game.
It's like jazz. You got to be improvisational.
Nigga, don't give me made up numbers and then tell me I'm too technical.
That's the problem.
You magical number ass nigga. You niggas got magical mathematics talking about I'm technical. The fuck out of here.
Man, ain't nobody studying y'all. Nobody got to study you dumbass niggas. You're dumb.
Let's go with data, stats, and statistics. Then come on, we'll follow Kevin Samuels' way. Come on, what you hear me?
Ain't nobody, Mr. Kev. Nobody got to study these dumbass. Well, I am in that crowd. Like, what's going on?
Come on, Philly, we can't communicate with you doing that shit.
Man, these dumbass niggas, man.
I didn't want to prove a point. That's cool, man. I understand what y'all saying. Y'all worry about what they saying. Women always fall in line to something that they want to be in a comfort zone with.
Kev, you talking about niggas that never been on a date.
The tone.
You talking about niggas that never been on a date, Mr. Kev? Like, how can you compare to these niggas
with that dumb shit? Right. Niggas scared, don't even talk to women and talk about what they want.
So y'all SBE niggas and never been on dates before.
No, we can't have no fucking space with these whole ass niggas in the sisterhood.
Explain to me, nigga.
You know why? Because you niggas,
you ever had a relationship in your life?
They ain't got but a few of you niggas around, bro. Y'all not even a percent. The average man don't think like y'all. It's gonna be hard for you to find a space around men because we don't think like that.
I'm at the younger nigga.
We don't think like we gonna prove it to these hoes and bitches that they gonna get in line if all of us get together and cut the Sim South and the Western world and the Western society and make them go back to the
hold on. So yo, bro, you gonna make us be nice? Yo, you gonna make us be nice to them? That's what you gonna do?
I'm saying,
you trying to make niggas be nice? Is that what it is? Are we fucking up your party?
Give a fuck about it.
Hang on, one mic. One goddamn mic.
Niggas can't hear y'all.
Slow down. One mic.
Let me ask this question.
Hang on. Let one person talk.
Go ahead, Hood.
I just want to ask: Are you saying we should be nice to them? Are you trying to tell us to be nicer to the hoes? Is that your position?
No, you don't even.
You're talking shit.
Why care? If what they eating ain't making you shit, why give a fuck about them?
If what I'm eating ain't making you shit, why the fuck are you talking about me, nigga?
Right, am I fucking up your relationship with your hoes?
Like a clown. That's why.
No, hold on, bro. It's my attitude. Hold on.
This is why. Because if you stop talking about them so much, that gives them less ammunition to talk shit about us, right?
No, they've been talking shit.
Because it shows we don't get
we came into this with hoes talking shit.
With the women.
One mic.
Men stop talking shit, the women are not going to stop talking shit.
Right, they just like going back and forth with the women. And Deacon Dave, I'm on grown man shit. I don't even know what the fuck a sisterhood is, dog. I ain't never heard of no men with that shit. When a dude say he enjoy arguing and pissing women off, that's not the average man, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, all I can say, all I can say is we got pussy in my day.
I don't understand why y'all give it.
Everybody chill. Is that true when the average woman will probably say the average man ain't shit? You hear women say that all the time. So hold on. We had to be saying and doing some fucked up shit somewhere. For the average one, I've heard a lot of women.
Why would you believe that?
Like Cat Williams said,
why do you believe that? But why do you believe it just because they say it?
I'm just saying, like, so obviously men have said something that they weren't favorable of, or done something that they weren't favorable of.
We make it happen. We make pussy talk, right?
You know why women would say stuff like that? Because other niggas will act on it. That's the main reason. If a woman tell one nigga that this nigga ain't shit, the nigga she talking to gonna try to be better than that. He gonna try to fix the situation. Oh, I'm better than him. You should give me the pussy. You was wasting on him. That's how niggas be acting. That's how women know that shit.
What do you
niggas, bro? That's how the fuck women are, bro. So you gonna tell me that's not how women roll? You gonna tell me that's not what women do? Try to set one nigga against another.
Do you roll with it?
Nigga, that was not the question. Of course not, bro. Why is that even a question? Right, but niggas do that shit. But my nigga, the fact that you asked me that tells me you know niggas do that, but you niggas do that, don't you? You know niggas do that then.
Let's let these
niggas do that. You gonna ask me? You gonna ask me?
Not comfortable in it. Yes, I do.
Oh, so everybody leaves the situation. It never happens. It never goes the bad way, right? Because all niggas are perfect and no niggas simp. No niggas fall for bitches' lies, right? Come on, bro. Why are you arguing with me like I'm crazy?
It is that. Yeah. Can I tell you this though right now?
Hold on a second, because I want to get this, because y'all say that shit a lot. What is your definition of simping? Like, can a married man simp for his wife?
That's fair. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not tripping on that. That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. Talking about single men. What you mean? Hold on a second. Like, what you mean?
Both genders simp. So get the fuck out of here with that women's shit.
When you ask me directly, I will answer like this. Simping is basically when the man overvalues women who don't necessarily have value or enough value to begin with. As simple as that. Overvaluing women. And so now your overvaluing women comes out in certain ways where, like, you defend women in situations where it's why are you defending a woman? Why are you attacking a man who's bringing up her bad behavior? You know, for example, what's going on the panel when the men say, look, women are doing this and we don't care for that. It's like, oh, well, I don't talk about women like that. It's like, bro, why are you attacking me for pointing out something that's really happening? So, or when men get into fights because some shit a woman said, you don't even know if she's telling the truth or not. You know, women set niggas up and shit like that, but niggas love jumping out the window because a woman pushed them out the window. That's simping, in my opinion. You putting way too much value on that for what? What do you get in return for having all this value you place on women in general? You get nothing.
Oh, okay. But I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine is when a guy wants a particular woman and he will do any and everything to get that woman, even if it hurts him. It doesn't mean, like, if I'm saying, oh, well, this issue is wrong, and I'm like, that's simping to you. If I feel like I feel different about a woman's issue than you, that's simping.
Well, when you get into an individual issue, bro, if we're having a difference of actual opinion, I'm not necessarily going to call you a simp just on a difference of opinion. But again,
definition.
We're getting into really specific individual cases. I gave a broader definition of just simply overvaluing women.
Well, listen,
they're going to have some guys that may overvalue. In your opinion,
your mic out a little bit.
My mic out.
Bro, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, bro. Your mic bad, bro. We can't hear you at all no more.
Audio discipline. What the fuck?
Let me see if I come back. Y'all hear me?
It was Kev who had the problem.
Yeah.
Not you.
Kev. Yeah. Kev, what's up?
Boomer's gone. Bring him back though.
Yeah. I mean, y'all just, it seems like y'all have changed the definition.
Who that?
What up, Ty City? Let me drop the link for him.
Yeah. But I think
but listen though.
Because God said SBE, Ty City.
No,
God told us the SBE.
Hey, I think
God told us the SBE.
We're gonna have to SBE in private, like more like
God said SBE, and niggas don't want SBE no more. See, and I think everyone on the internet SBEs. SBE is life, nigga. The black YouTube was shut down if we stop SBE. And for real, you know what happened to the SBE if niggas stop?
Bro, we have like.
Do you know what happened to? Do you know what happened to? Do you know what happened to Black YouTube if niggas really, truly stop SBE?
But check this out.
Nigga, there won't be no content. There won't be no content.
But the thing about it is, listen, for every one of our channels, dog, that where we SBE and niggas complain and blah blah blah, there's about 20, 30 sisterhood channels. Like some I ain't even heard of, and all they do is SBE men all day, and they
have fun doing that shit. Matter of fact, niggas been there SBN niggas with. Matter of fact, that's what I do with Sexy Red. Matter of fact, that's what I do with Sexy Red. I go over there with Sexy Red and I SBE niggas. That's what
But are you anti-MPing though?
That's why I be over there SB in the fuck. Hold on, you think SB? Hell no, SB ain't gonna stop. That shit is forever. It's forever, nigga. That shit is forever. SBE is content strategy. The guy said SBE. God said SBE.
When did he say that? What verse was that?
It ain't going nowhere.
What verse was that?
Don't put God into that. Man.
I get what you're saying, man.
What verse was that?
No, you don't.
What book was that?
Niggas is never gonna stop. Matter of fact, we need to double down on SBN. We took a break from SBN because we tried to play nice, right? I know Ramiro City said that they had to have a whole lot of brothers thinking twice about SBN, and it was fun. You know, it was fun to take a break away from SBN women and to talk shit to niggas. And you know, it was fun. But now I'm actually double back down on SBN, the women, the niggas, and the children. And the damn children. I think we need the SBE children too.
Can we just say
I'm not ashamed of that. I'm tired of a hoe that thinks she could beat me at anything at life.
God bless SBE. Nigga, nigga, SBE the women, SBE these niggas, the women,
I'm tired of
the children.
I'm supposed to get up right now.
Is somebody out of line? SBE.
I'm tired of a hoe that thinks she can beat me at anything, man. At life.
That's what I'm saying. So Ty City, you should not have told. So Ty City, we should not have told men to stop SBN. I don't think not SBN is the right way to go.
Let me ask you a question,
I think we be laughing at him with these hoes too much, man.
It was created off SBE. Matter of fact, Black YouTube is SBE, nigga. That's what the fuck we do.
You think that's all of Black YouTube?
I get what you're saying, man, but
I kind of did what you said. But
every single bit of Black YouTube is SBE.
So you never seen the Black family section of YouTube?
Every single bit of Black YouTube is SBE.
They have one.
It's a couple like Black family.
Nah, it's not. Man. You can't do the whole thing though.
Lady King had a channel one time.
Yeah, but it's a lot of happy niggas out here, man.
Every nigga up here be SBE. We SBE Pearl.
Yeah,
you know we been SBE in Pearl for a long time.
Even only trying to do like maybe one. Even I left that alone.
Boys Watkins, that he's part of Black YouTube, and if you go into his comment section, all you see is SBE. You simp, you a sucker, blah blah blah. Like he's talking about
Umar Johnson. That nigga Umar. That nigga be SBE like a motherfucker. Tariq Nasheed, SBE. That nigga Jab. Hold on, Ramil, you a SBE ass nigga too. And that nigga be on 6 to God ass. You know what? Ty City, you be on Pearl ass, SBE and her. I be on Pearl ass. I be talking shit about niggas, Pearl. I talk shit about a lot of motherfuckers. I be Passport Bros. Who else have I SBE, Joe? Nigga, SBE is life.
Angry Man.
Angry Man, SBE, Angry Man all the fucking time. That fucking Mexican. I definitely SBE that nigga.
Nigga, stop.
That nigga Angry Man is a Mexican.
This motherfucker. And then
Angry Man. Let's SBE Angry Man on saying Hispanic people. Angry Man says Hispanic people support him more than Black people, but he up here begging Black nigga. If you don't get we got the SBE that nigga on that shit. Blame and explain. Yo, Angry Man, get your ass up out of here, Angry Man.
You got
Nah,
worse
but
titties.
behind the scenes though, are they panties? Are they panties females?
Who?
Like, were they paying Danica? Like, why they feel some type of way like that?
And Danica them are fucking
That
like
is a good question.
hardcore hustling hoes. They
Hold on. We'll talk
I
about
get it.
real
I
quick,
get
but
it.
those are hardcore hustling hoes.
the
They said, you know
SBE,
what, we
the
got an opportunity.
SBE himself done pulled up. What's good, man?
What's up, bro? Man, y'all niggas just take SBE and just make everything SBE.
Hell yeah,
That
nigga,
shit crazy.
SBE.
It's all good though. I'm not even mad when people misuse it.
Well, yeah.
That's why I'm mad with it. That's why I'm mad with it. I don't.
After a fucking while, don't it?
Yeah, SBE is not for everything.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
can't, man. Can you misuse SBE though? Can you misuse it? Can you misuse it?
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Whoa.
Hold on, Philly. Can you misuse SBE? Can you?
Yes, you doing it right now.
How am I doing it right now?
Okay, you say I SBE Pearl, like, so is my objective, and am I like making points that she should change? Am I trying to like change Pearl?
Theoretically, if you shame her enough with your content, you want her. You would like to see a change in behavior, or
are you serious?
That's what shaming means. Like you regret that somebody's
change in the behavior. Hold on, or change in the behavior of the people supporting her. So either you gonna shame her for her shit that she doing, and shame the niggas that support her. I get it. Why not? Fuck that. Shame them niggas.
That's a smaller example. That's a smaller example.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's a losing battle trying to correct people at this point. Like, I just. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm glad people get this shit. That's what I'm at
right here. Why we got you here?
No, you know what? No, this is the thing about Manosphere.
Hold on, let us tell us his meaning real quick so we get to understand.
Manosphere does bastardize words and shit. Like, we butcher the shit out of fucking phrases.
Well, it is because, again, men talking to other men about what women need to do. You see what I'm saying? It's like, how is that? That doesn't really help men. That's like saying, if I got a problem, let's say I have a problem with my chick. My chick went left on me and shit, right? And I come to you, Pastor, and you was like, well, she need to do this. That's not telling me like what I need to do to fix the situation. This is like advice for women.
No. So what you do is what it is you shame him for letting her
No. This is men talking to men about how to handle our problems and issues. We jumped over that. Hold on, wait. Go with it. I don't think I'm big. What I'm saying is, you jump past the issues of men and you prioritize the issues of women. And the problem still persists because red pilling women has become way more important than red pilling men.
Right. I think that's the new grift. I think that's the new grift. That's the new grift. See, the new grift. This shit originally came from, we're gonna shame the fuck up out of these damn women for their behavior, and we ain't worried about red pilling no damn women. Right. So the thing about
that's not.
Hey, can I answer a little homie though?
Like, I don't even.
Hold on, Philly.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't even care to like correct people no more because again, we watched Kevin Samuels sit next to Brittany Renner as she rejected him, saying that she needs to have a man. Every talking point went in the trash.
At that point, all her talking points did too, because she was at this point they both were on the neutral ground. They done shame, blame, explain each other there at neutral ground now. Now the thing about it is Kevin Samuels didn't realize it was on neutral ground.
Okay, so you see, this is what happens. Like, we forget the whole part that this bitch is actually famous for being a hoe. Like, flew her out.
Right.
I'm talking about like you saying it's neutral ground, but they should not even be in the same positions.
Oh, okay.
Well, he put himself in a neutral position.
I thought you were agreeing in at first, and then you turned around, Ty.
No. He put himself in a neutral situation with that hoe to be able to shame, blame, and explain to her the problem is women happen to be better at SBE. They happen to be better at shame, blaming, and explaining, and double down on it and holding to it. He started bad pit. That was Kevin's problem for backpedaling. He should have stuck to his guns.
We got. Kevin never. Have you ever said he said he was?
So I definitely understand to SBE or shame, blame, and explain men more, so that maybe they won't backpedal as much when they're pushed on the issue.
But you don't understand I tried to explain the problem, right? Let's just say if he was super cutthroat with him, right?
Okay, wait, hold on.
After him.
Okay, wait. Okay. So hold on. Because
let's talk city talk.
Let us speak. Let us speak.
Because so here's another instance of SBE, right?
Mm-hmm.
PJ Washington. Nobody wanted to talk to him. Nobody wanted to SBE PJ Washington. So he went on to get another Instagram bitch, become a stepdaddy, and have another kid with another IG model. Because
niggas was SBE and PJ hard.
Wait.
Niggas was SBE and PJ.
Because he is soft ass nigga.
Time out. So what I'm saying is the problem still persists because Red Pill and Brittany Renner was more important than Red Pill and PJ Washington. Who had an interview with PJ Washington about this? Who reached out to PJ Washington about this? Nobody cares about this. That's what I'm saying. We prioritize the issues of women above men. The problem continues.
But the thing about it is, I think men. The thing is more. I mean, for the men, I think they want to see women get dunked on more than men.
Nah, and then dumb niggas let females like Serena Williams get away from the crowd. Like,
because we were
Serena Williams. What the fuck? Nigga,
Serena Williams, man, a nigga should have already knocked her up, and y'all let her get a white boy.
The fuck, nigga, that's regret.
Nah,
regret.
That's a whole goddamn problem. Let's address that.
Is SBE now, nigga?
Yeah, let's.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. So niggas should have knocked Serena Williams up.
You goddamn right. On purpose. You knock a knucklehead up. You can't knock Serena up.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying
on fucking purpose.
Money in the hood. You're absolutely right.
Y'all niggas wild, man. Y'all niggas wild, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Serena had
Am I wrong? Am I right?
I dig what he's saying. Even with I dig what he's saying. Money wise, he talking money wise. Look at that.
No, man, that's the ill, man. Like fuck that, man. No,
nah.
I'm just talking quality. That's the whole quality thing.
Reality. Like
that's a good idea.
Nigga, I'm about to SBE the fuck up on y'all niggas trying to get Serena pregnant. Nigga, y'all niggas
shit that need to be said, man.
Hey,
that's an L, nigga. I'm gonna take y'all out of that shit.
SBE definition needs to be rehashed because y'all niggas are really bastardizing this shit, just like they did, like the word simp. The word simp was like got out of control.
Wait, what the hell does it really mean, man? I've been listening to Pastor.
Nah, man, that shit, man.
Hey, yo, so when you saw her, when you dealing with me, you know I'm gonna push some shit to the far left, nigga. I'm gonna go far left with it, so you already know that.
Because I think your side is necessary, Pastor, because some of these arguments is so out of line. They said SBE is gay. Nigga said all kind of shit. Bro, they said me no.
Hold on. If men don't say nothing to women, then we've seen this shit. It's almost like Mao, and we saw this in Mao and communism, right? Where men didn't say anything, they let women be the front leaders of society. And now look at China, all them, they got problems with lady boys. The niggas follow right behind.
Hold on, now, Pastor, you know if it's anybody on this motherfucker that's against female leadership, bro. That's
I get it.
No, okay. So what I'm saying is, listen.
But if you don't say nothing, isn't that giving them leadership?
No, man. Listen. Think about this. Hold on. Listen. And somebody made this argument yesterday. I'm gonna address this too. Whereas people like, well, the rainbow community, they when they say stuff, nobody say nothing to them. They're allowed to say because they put themselves in position. Okay,
women are in position. If you say something,
no. See, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, listen. Missed opportunity. Men are talking about coming to the table and all. They're not really focusing on position themselves to be in a position where they have leverage. That's why SBE is what it is, because it's moving from a position of power. It's not moving from a position of power. It's moving from a position of weakness. All you have is shame, blame, and explain. That's not an incentive to reshape a generation of women.
Yes, it does. That shit work for the church. Let me tell you.
Pastor, stop it. I just seen bitches twerking and doing all kind of wild shit in church.
Because the church ain't shaming them. The church ain't shaming them.
Okay, so listen, working, bro. Yeah, but listen, I want to put this out there because I don't think I'm driving this point home more enough. Because for the people who actually want to make a difference with modern women, the only thing that they're not immune to is indifference. They're immune to everything. They don't give a shit. They openly talk about and brag about the shit that niggas is shaming them for. You see what I'm saying?
Indifference doesn't make a difference. It's indifferent. I don't think indifference is going to make
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Listen. Hold on. Listen.
Pastor, don't see it, Ty.
Pastor. Hold on, Pastor. Listen. I promise you, because the only reason why these women are able to get away with what they're getting away with is because men are enabling them to do so. I promise you, they only know that way. That's why it's so easy for them to say, man, I don't even give a fuck if these group of niggas are shaming us or whatever. We still got 98% of these niggas that will let us run over them.
Because at one point, 98% of men would shame their ass. But at one point, 98% of men would shame them. That's why we didn't have that behavior in our society.
Hold on, Pastor. Yeah. But those men were in position to do so. Right. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
They were economically.
Yeah. So when they say, hey, stop doing that, consequences fell behind that. Something else fell behind that. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't just SBE with nothing coming behind it.
Now, I do agree that you have to SBE with something to replace your SBE. So if I'm going to shame you out of this behavior, I have something to replace that ignorant ass behavior. Now, I do agree with that. Not
only that, but you have more examples of what you're saying working.
Exactly, niggas was whooping hoes' asses and not really whooping hoes' asses.
What I'm saying is, you will have a whole bunch of men will have families to show success to point at. See, this is what you get when you act like this. They don't even have like a lot of examples. Niggas doing the dirty work. They using Sierra.
But the thing about it is exactly they didn't have indifference and they wasn't using other
bullshit
family members. They cared very much.
Hey, Pastor, Pastor, true story. My granddaddy started a new family when his woman acted up.
Because he cared still. These niggas still care for these women. That's why he was still like creating new families.
That's what happened to Serena Williams.
Or could she have work like today's modern woman could have?
Who?
Your grand, you know what I'm saying? You said your grandfather started a new family when your grandmother.
Not me. Oh, my granddad was a contractor. He got money. Yeah, he was getting money.
I'm saying though, could his spouse have gotten money?
Oh, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so back in those times, man had the options to do that type of shit. Like it's a different world.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But see, my grandfather was in a position. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I absolutely understand.
And a lot of black men don't fall for that whole, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was just fucking poor and
yeah, no, but look, you got to think about it on the other end. The women didn't even have access to have a bank account. A lot of times when they want to go,
yeah, I understand that too. Yeah.
Them niggas started SBE. Them niggas was kings of SBE.
I'm telling everybody let everything slide, man.
But that's what I'm telling you, Pastor.
We letting small things slide, man. Y'all,
the women used to handle the women, man.
But Pastor,
hold on. So y'all hold on. Let me, because I ain't gonna try to pull. Let me pull everybody down because I really want to have this. Cause we in South City, I get through this conversation real quick. I mean, it was like real quick, man.
Yeah, I got like probably about 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So it ain't gonna take long. But so what I'm saying is, indifference is not going to make it. Indifference is going to do exactly the opposite. It's not going to make a difference. Those guys from back then that had all that they SBE'd hard. They even SBE'd.
No, they didn't have to SBE hard. No. They didn't have to SBE hard. They didn't have to SBE hard.
They did. They were hard on the hoe. They would say exactly what they meant, and the men, and I believe it or not, the women actually said what they meant too. People back then SBE'd each other, and they said what they meant, and they was willing to follow through with it. The problem now is men are scared to speak. They don't speak, and they don't have anything to follow up with their speech.
Okay,
so
you think men are? You said today men are scared to speak.
Yeah. I don't think men are really speaking. I think I don't think our complaints are us actually speaking. I think when we actually say what we want and what we desire, what we're going to move forward to have, that is speaking.
Even before speaking to each other about our own situations that could put us in position to actually make a difference with the problem that we have as a group, right?
We do have a problem. We do have problems as a group. So, I agree.
But okay, so as soon as we get a voice to speak, it turns into we have to speak to the women before we're
going to have to speak to the men and the women and the children. Don't forget their little badasses either.
Okay, well, I mean that.
We had an SBE. I'm for all SBE. SBE men, SBE the women, SBE the children too. I'm for all SBE. Everybody can get it.
No, hey, listen. Okay.
We got to go back. We have to go back to that because when we don't SBE, right? And because come on, man, you know about SBE. You SBE too.
Let's go.
Don't you SBE, Pearl?
I have no like desire for Pearl to change what she's doing. I'm only pointing what she's doing out to the men to show them. Pearl is an example that I use to talk to men about how come y'all can't see this is a modern woman. I don't care if she don't get a husband. I don't care about none of that. My thing is to point this shit out. That's it.
Okay, so you're SBE and Pearl.
So wait. So
help me in, right?
Hold on. I'm SBE and Pearl.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Hold on, Pastor. So what have I said about Pearl that where I instructed her or try to make her understand what she's doing? How have I tried to? Hold on. I got it right for you. How have I tried to reach Pearl? With what I said about her.
Pearl is a 26-year-old woman that's not doing any of the traditional things. She's a modern woman.
That is a fact.
True. So you're trying to teach the men.
I'm trying to teach Pearl.
But it's indirectly you're shaming her that maybe she may change her behavior.
Indirectly shaming Pearl. That's my objective.
Why it ends up happening. You can kill two birds. Look, you can kill two birds with one stone. You can shame these niggas for supporting Pearl the way they have been supporting her, and you can daggone indirectly
because
say
that
Pearl,
is the problem. That's the reason why. And wait, hold on. And this is I'm glad you said that. I am so glad you said that, bro. Because me pointing this out to men, all right, makes a difference with how they move, and women like Pearl can't take advantage of men. That it's more effective than SBE.
So SBE, no. I think that SBEing men is more effective. You're very true on that. It's easier to shame. Men take the shame a little bit. Men definitely take the shame because everyone says that men don't care about shame. Yeah. If men feel like they're being shamed in society, yes, they do take to it. Women more or less don't. Women more or less will move through shame and keep going. I get it. So, and the reason we stop shaming the women because we feel like it's not working. Now, just because it works easier on men does not don't believe that it does not work on women. Shame definitely works on women. It definitely works on women.
Okay, hold on, Pastor. Let answer me this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can a woman do to you, right, outside of killing you, that'll ruin her life?
What can a woman do to me outside of killing me that'll ruin her life? At this point, hold on. Let me think about that shit. At this point, hey man, at this point, yo.
I'm listening. I'll wait. Give me one.
If that's the case, then we need to start shaming. Because you know what? Real shit. Niggas did not shame Cardi B hard enough on raping and drugging and robbing them men. Niggas didn't shame her hard enough on that shit. Because if we would have shamed her hard enough, she be sitting in some woman's correction right now. Niggas didn't shame her hard enough. Niggas, this is why.
Hold on. I'm waiting for the answer. Hold on, I'm waiting for the answer.
Of shaming, blaming, and explaining to men, and not shaming and blaming and explaining these women like we should, because Cardi B ass should be in jail too. But niggas let that shit slide.
I'm waiting for the answer.
What can they do? It's a lot. The problem is not about the law. The problem is about the application of the law. Just because you don't want to apply the law to these hoes and these bad women, don't mean there's a problem with the law. So now
come on, man. It's Mr. Snitch on the bitch. That's where that shit came from.
Yeah. Putting people in our life. I get you on that one, right? Yeah. The thing about it is, if that's where we have to go, that's where we have to go. Because let me tell you something. Texas did a big SBE on these women when they did that heartbeat bill. When they passed our heartbeat bill in Texas, you know about it, you down here. They say you hoes ain't having no more abortions after 6 weeks. Nigga, that's SBE all day. And them men were moving
That's not SBE, that's power.
It's power tied with SBE.
They not arguing about that shit. They just went and fucking. Have you seen the private property situation where they giving tax incentives for people to have kids here in Texas?
I have.
That's what I'm saying. That's not going back and forth with these hoes.
But you also they shaming these bitches for not.
They have something to follow up with the SBE. They're not just SBEing.
So okay, so now it's okay. So let's put that out there. If you're gonna So rather than telling men not to SBE, we should tell men keep SBEing, but get something to come along with.
There's no consequences.
You have to. If you or SBE ain't going nowhere. We all gonna do it. It's Black YouTube. It's society.
No, I love it.
SBE ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, the white ministry probably SBE more than we do.
I love it. I cover that shit too.
Hell yeah, you niggas.
Celebrities, everybody is SBEing without consequences. I love it.
But see, That is the problem. That's the reason why. That's where.
I'm finna ride this shit to. I'm finna ride this shit to the moon, Pastor. I'm sorry,
that's
bro.
the reason why this SBE shit is going to end up I'm glad you said that. It's going to end up becoming a grift because
how's it a grift?
It's because it's not backed by nothing.
What do you mean it's not backed by nothing?
Because if we SBE,
SBE is not backed by nothing.
SBE is not backed by nothing. You're right. It's not backed by nothing.
So what we on?
So if you tell men not the SBE,
I have never told anybody not the SBE. I have never. I got to clean that up because y'all niggas. No. I'm not telling nobody to stop SBE. Are you crazy?
SBE has better results than not SBE. Would you say that?
Man, okay, so dog, the situation is getting worse the more SBEing goes on. That's crazy. That's what's wild about this. I'm sure that the worse and the more SBE that people pump out, it's more. Like that's what I'm telling you. Like Brittany Renners and all these bitches, they're actually going to the moon now because they could just go against all this fucking SBE that's getting put up and then fucking start a whole new career off of SBE. That's the grift. Niggas worried about talking about I'm grifting or Ramil grifting. Look at what just happened on Fresh and Fit. They just had the She Devil bitch on there.
They did. Them niggas is tripping.
But that's what I'm saying.
Them niggas are king of SB. So check this, Fresh and Fit, they make it seem like they SBE in them hoes, but they really SBE in niggas way more than them hoes.
Nah. I think that they know better, but it's with the audience.
It's low key. You gotta peep game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sleight of the hand, right? They really low key dissing the men like a slight of like a backhand compliment, but they doing it like they dissing the women.
Yeah, but the thing with Fresh and Fit that I always had an issue with was that I think a lot of they subscriber base is real young, so they think that they getting through to these bitches. You see what I'm saying?
I think to a certain extent, in certain cases they are. I mean, they probably getting through to more men than women, but I do think that Fresh and Fit are shaming some women into modifying their behavior.
Yeah.
How are they getting through to these young men and they keep getting beat up by these same women? They supposed to be SBE.
No, bro. What Ty City's saying is right. Listen, with feminism, when you SBE women, dog, they double, they triple, like they double and they triple down, and they actually make money off of being degenerate. They actually get praise for this shit. Like you know, Six the Goddess. She's never got more attention than she's ever got.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Hey, listen. Do y'all remember that politician that was twerking on the beach, and then everybody SBE'd that bitch, and she got all. Then next thing you know, she got all that attention, and people went out and voted. She won.
Nah, niggas SBE too late. Niggas SBE too late. Nah, them niggas SBE too late about the wrong shit. Y'all niggas in SBE about no policy. Them niggas in SBE about nothing real. Them niggas SBE last minute.
Yeah, but that was
Hail Mary shit. Hail Mary shit. We're gonna SBE twerking on the beach.
They took all of that energy and put it behind somebody to run against the bitch. But they put the priorities and the issues of the bitch above themselves being in position.
But it was too late by then. Like she was, I think, like he said, maybe like a month. She had already had her opponent. So he that
was part of her. That was part of her campaign, twerking on the beach. Vote for me.
But I think it was like in a week or two. But I won't say a week or two. But it was like the last few weeks of the campaign. So she already had running, mate.
I didn't know who the bitch was until niggas started crying about the bitch.
But the thing about it is, listen. Not only did she get like the regular votes that she was going to get, now all the former hoes that probably never even heard of her before are going to vote because they want to defend Owen.
You think
Because you niggas came in on a Hail Mary play.
Why you say you niggas?
Niggas didn't have no other candidate. See, this is what I'm saying. So biblically, we need the SBE and then put niggas in position after you SBE. Matter of fact, you ain't the manosphere is good.
Hey, Pastor, I'm gonna chunk you a bone, dog. The moment when and listen, I put this on everything. You know I'm not a religious person, but when niggas let women take the church over, that it was a wrap, bro. Because again, I think that was the last threshold where it was like any real guilt from like a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And that's gone, bro.
No, I agree with you there. When we let the women take the church, nigga, we officially fucked up. And the women did it in a very smart way. They took the eating halls. They went from cooking. They real shit. They went from frying chicken and collard greens and pound cakes to taking over the choir, to getting gay niggas in the choir, to taking the whole damn church. They did that shit strategically. And we got to come back. We got to bring the Bible SBE back.
But wait. This goes back to that question that I asked you, Pastor. Like, what can a woman do outside of killing you that'll ruin her life?
Nothing.
It depends on what she say. Like,
she can do whatever the fuck she wants to.
You can get her thrown in jail, but like that's extreme. But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, jail. I mean, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it depends.
You get a slap on the wrist.
Like, certain things it depends on what she did to you.
The fact that it has to depend on something.
Casey Anthony got shamed,
how that goes.
all over like media and everything, and that bitch still got off.
And she got book deals and movie deals.
On that case,
again, that's men. Not SBE. Her father did not SBE her ass and be like, bitch, you killed my damn grandbaby. They try to say
Monica Lewinsky went on that, start a handbag line and write books and shit too. Like these hoes get rewarded for that shit.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Like, why wouldn't they keep the more you shame them, the more they gonna
again, that was Bill Clinton's fault. He should have asked, look, you here to get your ass over there and get me some votes. Quit trying to suck dick. He didn't SBE her ass enough. And he had position.
Hey, Pastor, hold on. Now you're trying to enlighten the men about the behaviors of women.
No, I'm gonna try to enlighten the men about us fucking up our position of power.
Exactly.
That ain't got nothing to do with women. That got something to do with us. That's us.
It should come before correcting the women.
That should our code of ethics and how we act should come before, because what happened to Bill Clinton was Bill Clinton. That was Bill Clinton. Right. He did that to himself. The bitch didn't suck his dick because he let her, and he had position he had position to let the bitch suck his dick, and then he fucked it up.
And guess what?
I remember.
And then they SBE'd his ass. SBE'd his ass into damn near impeached. Did they end up impeaching that nigga?
He
got impeached. That's what I'm saying. He gave up his power over some head.
Nah, he ain't
wait. But here you missing a part of that, Pastor. You missing a part of that.
You got charged.
The part that you're missing about that, Pastor, is why. Okay, why should anybody even care?
Because you see niggas doing it on so many levels at all the time.
Bro, it's because these they have hold on. They have used these feminist movements up to usurp power to make themselves more of a priority, even on that level. Bro, it should not even be I'd be like, all right, well, the president got his dick sucked. I mean, that should be that.
But it's short-lived power, though. These hoes don't go from that shit.
Why is that even? Why are they even able to weaponize that against somebody?
Yeah. Women have always weaponized sex and sexuality, and men have always
no. But listen, this is hold on. This is weaponizing it through power.
If he was just like a CEO of a regular company, it wouldn't have been no big whoop. But because
no kings, think about it. Go back. No kings.
That's why it was weaponized against him particularly.
That's what I'm saying. Think about this. No kings. You think kings of the past would have got like dethroned because they got they dick sucked by? No.
They compare that. We're not in the king.
No, hold on.
But this is what I'm saying though.
Is that true? Because if the king, if the queen got mad about some issues that the nigga had in his king, queens had a lot to do with the downfalls of a lot of kingdoms because she got mad at that nigga in his behavior. So I don't know if that's true.
The only way he was able, they have any power to go against the king if he had people that were going against him in the first place. People wanted to usurp him anyway.
I would argue that some of your first Valkyries or people that turn against power probably were queens. The motherfuckers say, "No, nigga, I'm about to take this."
They had people that will back them up.
They will back them up to take that shit. So I'm not even sure if that's. I'm not even sure if that's.
To have men doing that,
dude. That nobody should even cared about that shit because first of all, Monica Lewinsky wasn't even she didn't even come out as like a victim or some shit. Somebody else like brought it out.
Yeah, what was that lady?
Linda Tripp.
It was because of fraternization and his power and him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His wife
with
a woman with no power.
Like because, like I said, he was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Pastor. How did it get that way? How did it get to the point where
against Bill Clinton?
Yeah, how did it get to the point where they're like, oh, this man is in a position of power? Listen. I'm talking about a consensual situation.
Because it got to that way because of the power dynamics of, like you said, the kings and his peasants or his nobles or people that was under him. And every time the king started to abuse the people up under him through his power, they will always revolt. See, now we try to say that it was
I'm not saying Monica Lewinsky was abused.
Well, we're trying to say it was consensual, but we don't know that. We might have said, "Bitch, get in here."
We know it was consensual. It was definitely consensual.
Bitch.
Hold on a sec, y'all.
If it wasn't consensual, he would have been charged.
Like that was adversaries at the time. They were trying to use it against him. They made it a big whoop.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It was men did that.
Marilyn Monroe in the White House, and it wasn't no big whoop. You know what I'm saying? Just the Republicans using that against him, trying to get him.
Yeah, because trying to get him out of there. Right.
So one, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a women's movement. Like, eventually it became that, but it initially started out as the Republicans trying to get him on some unbecoming office, some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they made it a big.
And they were able to do that.
She had a crush on Bill. She had a crush on Bill.
Yeah, they were able to do. They were able to do that because of all the. Again, these feminists, they didn't care about going back and forth and trying to work things out. They just went for the power. The same thing with the rainbow people and shit. They didn't go back and forth. They positioned themselves to where we've made ourselves either a protected class. Hold on, we make ourselves a protected class of people. Or we create some kind of division like a justice department or whatever the fuck, the ADL and whatnot. We do stuff like this. We're not trying to argue. We're just trying to create situations and position ourselves.
It works from shame because let me tell you something. If you look at Martin, hold on. If you look at Martin Luther King, hold on. I'm glad you brought up these. I'm glad you brought up these other communities. And they all use shame. Martin Luther King and Selma.
Yes, because they're able to position themselves where they can bring consequences afterwards. This is why they got. Hold on. Listen, Pastor. They position themselves to where they can push consequences afterwards.
But that's what I'm telling you. Shame them first.
No, they didn't. They put themselves in. Dude, they created all of these groups and stuff before. What I'm telling you.
No, the civil rights and all that was about shaming white supremacy in America. And then the LGBT, they was all about shaming niggas for not fucking with them or not. Nigga, you gonna judge? It's about shame. You gotta shame people out of their beliefs about you.
How do you shame the shameless? How you shame the shameless? They don't even respect them to the point. I mean, listen. Like last week, there was a broad that has nothing to do with this space, pretty much. And then she just came in and she'd be like, because I have a pussy, you niggas need to listen to me, and this is what you need to do on your own fucking channel. That's how disrespectful these hoes are. Like,
okay, but guess what?
Hey, Pastor, I gotta go, bro, man. I'm just listening in, bro. Did I miss anything from the beginning?
Ty City, I got a question real quick. Do you think that shaming them just makes them more resilient? It ain't like they're gonna change. It's like that. Well, fuck it, I'm gonna do it even more.
Yeah, and I think Kevin Samuels really made the whole shame resistant.
he blew their channels up.
No, that's y'all giving them a pass for being shame resistant. Because you know why? Niggas on YouTube ain't shame resistant.
I'm saying though, look, Pastor, like even if you shame them, they could, if anything, use that for fuel to go to the next man. Like this dude treat me like this, but you ain't gonna treat me like this.
Hey, Pastor, listen. Hey, Pastor, they've seen all the shaming tactics. They haven't seen niggas being different, though. They haven't seen that shit, bro. This is why, right? You can have a woman say, abort all black male babies, right? And in that, niggas are, again, so connected that they don't even realize that this woman's logic means there will be no more black women.
But I mean,
hold on. But niggas, they don't even, they're so emotionally connected that they don't even process it. They'll get into these back and forths about this shit. Yeah. Because they know that they pull those strings on niggas. They pull them. So if you're indifferent and they don't have those strings to pull, they haven't dealt with that before. So they don't know about that.
So what happens? Well, what happens when we have when men have when we've shamed the men to the indifference and the women are shamed to resilience and indifference? We're at a stalemate rather than the neutral ground.
But we gotta use different
tactics. We're at a stalemate. We're at a stalemate.
It's not going to be a stalemate.
Are you willing to be? Are you willing for it to go to a stalemate? Because
it's not going to be a stalemate. It's not going to be a stalemate.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because I'm telling you, the correction that y'all looking for is only going to happen whenever y'all detach these strings that they pulling on you.
You said no emotions, no nothing. Fuck it. We just roll. Fuck what you
gotta do. I mean, you gotta have a strategy. I'll give you an example. Those white boys had a strategy, like like those incel motherfuckers that were all mad at these white OnlyFans hoes.
You know what? Using incels as a damn point of reference. Nigga, this is not going well already.
Hey, wait, but look, hey, Pastor.
Hold on. I think Pastor, you about to go for it, man.
Yeah, I just want to say this.
He about to go. So like, then we get right back to it.
Yeah, just look at. Hold on, and I know niggas finna get mad, but just look at the Passport Bros movement, bro. Like these bitches had strings attached to these niggas thousands and thousands of miles away, pulling them.
But them niggas were not indifferent. They was over there talking about black women.
That's what I'm saying.
Them niggas was not indifferent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you didn't let me finish, dog.
Get in there, triple.
Okay. The thing about it is, instead of like, we have to come up with a strategy, like cut the fucking strings. What the white boys did, you was like, you know what? Fuck y'all. We ain't gonna fuck with you guys. We just gonna report you to the IRS. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, man, fuck you. They wasn't even trying to reason with them.
Wait, report who to the IRS?
If y'all hoes are acting like this is what we're gonna do. Fuck y'all.
So you
trying to say the white boys? You said white boys turned all the white women into the IRS. Hold on, man.
Hey, I'm peace.
Bro, what I'm saying is those white boys didn't care. They wasn't trying to negotiate with them. They was like, yeah, you know what? If you bitches are gonna do this is what we're gonna do. And they just did it, and them bitches got in line real fast. You see all the videos of them bitches crying. I gotta pay taxes.
Nigga, did you mean CPS or IRS?
I'll be in line. Exactly.
Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, you say CPS or IRS?
No, the fucking.
How those?
And that's another strategy too. That's another. Imagine if a group of niggas just started reporting these fucking thought assholes to the CPS. Them bitches behavior would change really fast.
Are you snitching on the women, huh?
Yes, you got
Wow.
They snitch on us. What I'm saying is like you trying to SBE.
So that make it right. They doing it.
No.
You gonna act like them, man.
Oh shit!
That's the problem, man.
You don't start like really. Come on, man.
They act like them, bro.
This nigga said we're gonna call CPS and the IRS on these hoes.
Yeah, if you see
shot by a black man, would you call the cops?
What?
If you seen a black man getting shot by a black man, would you call the cops?
No, that's not. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if a black man.
You would call the cops. I mean, the IRS.
This nigga said he gonna call the IRS.
No, I'm not talking about police.
I'm just concerned.
All right, let me finish. Listen, if she's in a bed, she's twerking and she has fucking kids around, I think CPS deserves a call. Like,
but
why
if
not?
a black man gets shot by a black man, you shouldn't call the cops.
No, I'm not calling the police. I'm calling CPS. I'm calling CPS.
Nigga, that's calling the police, nigga.
No,
that's the same thing. What are you talking about? CPS is the same thing. Government. You got the government.
Who else told you?
But what I'm saying is that if we shouldn't be negotiating with them. We should use all the tools that we have to. If we want correction, use the tools that you have. You know what I'm saying? That's a damn tool right there. Like if you don't like hoish behavior, punish them. Punish them.
Call CPS.
Yes, call CPS. Call the IRS. You know what I'm saying? If they doing hair out of
the just not dealing with the OnlyFans shit.
Hey, Triple, that's gonna create more divestors. Because if you call the white man and throw their ass in jail, why wouldn't they just go fuck the white man so they won't go to jail?
She was twerking and shit.
And
all the black women gonna start fucking white men if we start calling the IRS and CPS on their ass.
But don't you think that's more effective than SBE?
Those men that have these children, they're not getting those children though. See, that's what
if you sitting there negotiating with her and you're like, oh, you stop being a hoe, stop being a hoe. Oh no, okay. If you don't stop being a hoe, I'm gonna call the police on you or call CPS. That's gonna be way more effective. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to sound like a snitch and shit, but we need to come up with a damn strategy.
Okay, and
CPS, SBE,
because you call
SBE, CPS, nigga. The bitch acting up, you going to SBE her with CPS, huh?
Exactly.
And
this some different shit.
And but you're not going to create a system where you can bring those children.
It doesn't matter. We need
black women instead of going to CPS.
Triple, that ain't gonna work, man.
Worse than
there's a consequence because they can do whatever they want.
Black, how about creating a system where those kids could come under you so you could treat them better than they would do under those black women? Instead, you're gonna put them in
USDA.
Where in many cases they're getting treated worse than they were under that black woman. Not to mention that you're taking them. Those fathers who of those children are not getting those kids.
But that takes too long. You can call CPS in the meanwhile, though. I mean, not being funny, but while we're working on that, you could just call CPS because it's already in place. The CPS is already in place. You could technically, while black men are working on building that, you could call CPS.
Suffering all under CPS while that's happening. So this one we want to go with, that's fine. But understand that you're putting your kids, putting these kids in more danger while you're doing that.
You don't think that they put motherfuckers' lives in danger when they make these false allegations and call the fucking police just on a whim?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, then. I'm just saying.
Again,
we can't.
Instead of doing that,
there we go. I'm about to get SBE'd. I'm about to get SBE. You see?
Yeah, I know you're about to get SBE because you're saying some crazy stuff.
Oh, PBS, SBE.
You're not protecting these kids. Some of y'all don't want to be stepfathers anyway. So what's the point? Why are you calling CPS on some hoes instead of just not dealing with the hoes. But I mean, that's
no Triple want to fuck hoes and call CPS.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He don't want to change.
That's what's wrong, yo. We have the SBE niggas. Triple have to shame you for wanting to fuck hoes and then get mad and call CPS on them when they don't want to act right.
I know. I mean,
I gotta shame, blame, and explain to you why you should be fucking hoes and then trying to call CPS on them.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta use a different fucking strategy. You know what I'm saying? You pay
the better strategy would be for you to chill back from fucking these hoes, getting them pregnant, and call the CPS on.
That would be the better thing. Stop having any connection with these hoes in the first place. That might be the better strategy. Because again, calling CPS.
That's not a new concept. That's not a new concept.
Calling CPS on them, putting these boys in danger. So now, oh wait. It's this dude called CPS on me and got me in this situation where this foster parent is abusing me, causing all kinds of problems for me, getting in fights with children in the foster care because of some dude because he mad at a hoe. Yeah, so that's what really.
You think the children suffer when they have to? Hey, when they have to be around shit?
You don't think?
Triple, I don't know if this CPS shit was well thought out, yo. I don't know if that was well thought out.
No, it wasn't thought out. It was on a whim, but it's an idea though.
Calling CPS is worse than women putting us on child support. It's bad. No, women putting men on child support is wrong, and men calling CPS on the women is wrong too. Y'all motherfuckers know y'all out of here.
No, petty. No, you just need to be as petty as them.
You're not protecting the children. That's the other.
No, I was just using an example instead of like blaming the No, I was just using an example. I know. No, I'm just saying I was just using an example. Like the thing about it is Ty City's right. You trying to negotiate with these hoes is going nowhere. If
you made a new word, negotiate or negotiate.
Negotiate with these hoes. Stop being it's gonna make them whole even more. It's like a fucking goddamn alligator? You know what I'm saying? With that death roll, it just doubles, triples down, and just keeps rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be able to shame these bitches out of being hoes, right? But what you can do, you can use other tactics and be like, well, you know what? If you're gonna continue to be a hoe, I'm gonna use this, this, and this right here, and you have to deal with the consequences.
Let me ask you a question, Triple. Like, do you want women to act like this or just
what?
Do you want all women to act like this or just your woman?
No, I mean, I
Triple want to call CPS on all these hoes. I mean, all these women. If a woman, Triple want all these women every day to be subject to CPS. Bitch, you walk outside acting funny. CPS.
You ain't getting CPS. You're getting
CPS for you. CPS for you.
Hey, I hope it's not your child.
If they had that,
I hope they hit your child with.
Hey, hold on. If they had that threat, you think they would be acting unruly? They would be thinking twice by acting up, right? Right.
Triple, how many non-hoes do you meet or see on a daily basis compared to the hoes that you do? Give me a ratio out of 10.
I think they all hoes.
So
see there. If they all hoes, then that means all the ass can get called, all CPS can get called.
All of them. Come on, Triple. Give me a real number, man.
Just don't
Triple wants to call CPS on every single woman in America. If you're a woman walking around America and she got a kid, she's subject to CPS, which is technically that's how that law technically works. If you're a woman, if you are a parent, not just a woman, if you're a parent in America, you technically are subject to CPS. Yeah. All jokes aside,
it was some Texas couple who just got their baby taken.
And they had to go back. Exactly. Now they're trying to petition to get their baby back. You're right. You are very right.
I kind of seen it, but what happened? Like, were they like?
No, they lost. I think they lost.
Really?
No, what happened was they had a midwife and they had the baby. They went to the pediatrician to do a checkup.
And they failed the drug test.
No, they didn't fail no drug test. The child had jaundice, and what happened was the white nurse practitioner told them there's some treatments. They were like, okay, we're gonna get with our midwife and do the treatment there. That white lady didn't like that. She told the pediatrician because the pediatrician never saw the child. So the pediatrician was blowing up their phone, telling them, you need to take them to the hospital or we're going to call CPS. They chose not to do that. He called CPS. And the cops came, arrested the husband, and took the child out that woman's hand. And they haven't had that child since. And on top of that, the child, while under the foster care, developed a yeast infection in her vagina.
Wasn't being clean. But see, the thing about jaundice, especially with younger children, if they eat more and pretty much urinate and defecate more, they can get all those broken down. Because all jaundice is broken down red blood cells.
The midwife was saying.
Yeah, it's not a big thing.
Broken down red blood cells at home.
Well,
but they didn't want to take care of it at home.
They have some kind of Billy blanket that you can put the child under too. But there's other ways that they could have done. What else, Superfly? There's other ways they could have did that rather than getting a child taken from them. But Triple, you can't call CPS on everybody. First mistake was having a at-home birth with no paper work. That didn't work out well. Yeah.
The thing is,
that didn't work out well at all.
Went back to the pediatrician. They should have just kept out of that hospital system. Period.
It's hard to have a baby. It's hard to have a baby outside the hospital system. It really, as much as people want to tell you that you can, it's kind of hard to do that.
Why is it so hard?
Because there's certain shots and certain things that we do to babies to you will start seeing more infant death syndrome, sudden infant death syndrome when you look at more of these at-home childbirths, because the people are going to start skipping steps. Like you have children that are born with meconium or pretty much baby feces on their lungs or gestational diabetes. There's so many different issues that why you would not want to. And if you don't suction a baby well, they can end up with a pneumonia. There's so many different things. There's so many different things that go wrong when you start looking at these home health births, and they haven't been. They have not been as successful as you may think.
But Pastor, if you're under the care of a midwife who is certified to do stuff like that,
well, the thing about it, midwives will tell you
that. I mean,
midwives will tell you the biggest. Midwives will tell you that they don't like doing at-home pregnancies that are more than 30 minutes from a major metropolitan or hospital facility, because no matter how good of a midwife you are, if you don't have the suctioning, you don't have the intubation, you don't have the drugs, you don't have the things that you may need if things get emergent, to pretty much make sure that you can sustain that mother and that baby. A lot of women bleed out, have bleeding problems after childbirth. There's a lot of things, a lot of complications that can happen after.
And sometimes, I would much rather have it at a hospital.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta. Hold on, a midwife. You can practice as a midwife and not be a medical professional, but there is training that you can have to become a certified midwife.
But certified ain't like they recognize.
You can become a certified midwife, but you can also practice with not being. Back in the days, there were a lot of women that were delivering babies that weren't certified and shit. They just was doing it. So
I understand what you're saying, Pastor. You got people who will come out there, they ain't medical professionals. They professionals like that. I get that part. Yeah. But if you got somebody who's a medical professional, certified, and can do that, I don't see where the problem would come into that. If they know what they're doing.
But even with them knowing what they're doing, you can't. You can't get away from the fact that they won't have the supplies that's needed to sustain mother and baby. They just don't have the necessarily. They just don't have the necessarily. So they don't have the supplies. They don't have the manpower or the supplies. Because if that baby, because if you start losing that mother and that baby together, you need multiple disciplines in there at one time, and a midwife does not have that outreach. They just don't have it.
Right.
Erica Badu a certified midwife. What the fuck? Who the fuck let Erica Badu become a certified midwife? They let Erica Badu become a certified midwife?
Of course.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! She ain't gonna call Tyrone when this shit get fucked up. When shit going bad. Your baby mama and your baby. Everything is going bad. Your baby mama and your baby coding, and she's talking about to call Tyrone. Hell no. Erica Badu is not delivering no child of mine.
No, you right about that shit, dog.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you right. She definitely, definitely fucking. Yeah, you don't need that nigga. Like she probably already poisoned the guy.
Yeah. Erica Badu probably never putting witchcraft on you and your baby.
Yeah,
I mean, you work in the medical. A pastor, you know, like in the medical profession, there's a lot of thottery going on. Like, would you say like most of the midwives are hoes?
They're probably, most midwives are probably what you want to call sex positive. I mean, you shouldn't be against sex, but they're what you would call a hoe. They'll call being sex positive.
Okay.
They're probably, because they don't care if you a baby mama, single mama, 6, 8, 9, 10 kids, 5th baby daddy. A lot of these, matter of fact, most OBGYNs don't give a fuck. They prefer to have hoes to come in there. They don't care. As long as you're producing babies, they don't give a fuck. Why would an OBGYN want to stop you from, they came up with Gardasil and shit. That was all of them. They don't give a fuck about women being hoes. That feeds into the profession. The more
but if there were more SBE at that level, do you think we would have the type of shit that we're seeing right now?
If there was more medical SBE, syphilis would not be on the rise again. Syphilis has come back. Syphilis was almost eradicated from the American society. Syphilis was almost eradicated from American society. Believe it or not, syphilis was almost eradicated, and now it's back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
so
but they're not. But you guys are not allowed to SBE them during the intake.
No, not technically. No, we're not. We're supposed to.
You can't ask them how many people slept with and all that.
It's almost like you have to do. You have to do teaching without SBE in the hospital. Like seriously, you have to teach people without SBE in them, which is I still SBE in the hospital. I don't give a fuck. I still be in there SBE. Y'all be like, well, you know this happened because you did this. I do SBE a little bit, but I try not to SBE so hard because it's all about patient satisfaction. So you can't really SBE like you would like to, because then the patients wouldn't be satisfied if you over SBE them.
And then
so you have to
train.
They did SBE me one time when I went to the like I was like, what the hell? Because she was asking me a bunch of damn different questions and shit like that. I was like, what is the relevance of this question? You know what I'm saying? Like,
overwhelmingly more women come into the hospital to seek help for their vagina than men coming to seek help for their.
But can y'all SBE them and be like, well, how many niggas you fucked this week? Or
no, you cannot SBE them that way. You can't be like
get reported.
Look, check this right. A lot of women come into a lot of prostitutes coming to the emergency department, and we know they're prostitutes, but we can't be like, hey, bitch, quit fucking prostituting in the motherfucking streets. We wouldn't have to keep giving your ass this azithromycin and Rocephin shots in your ass. Like, you can't really come out and say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
like,
God.
Bitch, I know you a prostitute. Stop prostituting on Camp Wisdom, bitch. And we wouldn't have to give you all these shots in your ass. So that don't work in the hospital setting, bro. That don't work. Like, it doesn't work like that.
But can you refuse service to
no, you cannot. In an emergency department, no, you cannot turn anyway. You cannot. No, that is a huge, dude. That is a huge problem. No,
are you human? You've been in a
But what the fuck?
You refuse service. It ain't a gas pump. What the hell? Medical what?
Listen, if they can't,
What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you, man?
What urban you been drinking this morning?
This nigga been drinking that yak this morning. He said, "Hey, but the thing about it is, but see, and Triple, you don't want us to turn them away because now let's SBE society, right? Let's talk about. So if you turn these women away and you try and you don't treat their STDs, then the shit that they have, it's going to become it becomes a societal community issue at that point. So you can't just turn them away because let me tell you, there's a lot of women coming to the emergency department with vaginal discharge, irregular vaginal bleeding. I felt the mass into my vagina.
Them niggas be having condoms stuck inside them too, right?
Yeah, so they come in with condoms stuck inside of them, which is all you have to do is tell them to bear down like they're having Kegels, and the condom will come back out.
Oh God.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's been times where you just tell them to go in the bathroom and squeeze down, and they pull it out and walk out of the emergency department. Not even get a bill. But that does happen. But the majority of the time, you can't turn them away. You can't just turn them away, man. No, you can't. But the reality of it is, more women do come into the hospital with vagina problems, pussy problems, than men come in far as having problems with their.
But the thing about it, Pastor, how do you give them as a medical profession? How do you give them a professional, right? How do you give them a true diagnosis if you don't ask the right questions or
you don't need to ask the right questions? You have the right. You don't need the right questions. You have the right specimens. You have the right. As long as you get the right specimens, you don't have to ask the right questions. You can figure out that someone has cancer without them telling you. I felt the lump under my left shoulder, my left underarm, my left armpit. I felt the lump. You can figure out that they have cancer without them having that symptom. So therefore, you can
urine analysis, and you see a fucking whole swim team in that motherfucker with different niggas. You can't say, hey, you know what? Hey, this is off because you've slept with too many dudes.
Well, the reality of it is, majority of the time when women go to the OBGYN, they have sperm still swimming inside of them. You can ask your average OBGYN to take samples from a woman's cervix. They'll tell you that they see sperm a lot of times when they look. I mean, they see it. Yeah, they still see it. Sperm be there.
OBGYN, that's an S. So they will get SBE if they.
No, they don't. No, OBGYN is not SBE. No, they don't. OBGYNs do not SBE because most OBGYNs are women. So you act like women are gonna. So it's not a bunch of women in their SBE and women on their sexual behavior, which is now called sexual health or women's health.
And that would be against the law.
Damn, exactly.
That's against the law. You can't.
They changed the whole what you could call that shit. You can't call it sexual history. Is it sexual behavior or sexual history?
When it comes down to women, all of that is pretty much under women's health. Even at one point, women considered abortions part of. Well, it is. It actually, technically, it is actually women's health. It falls under that umbrella. It's under that umbrella. Yeah. It's all women's health. Like now when you go, now they're gonna look at you as a horny dog ass nigga, but men, what we do, what I did, we don't consider that shit. The world don't really look at it as men's health. It's like, you nasty ass nigga, go get your dick fixed. But when it comes down to women and them catching STDs and shit, they do look at it as women's health. They do. All that shit's on the women's health. So technically, women take their body and their health more. Honestly, I think it comes from the fact that women take their bodies and their health care more serious than most men. It makes it so because women take their body and their health care more serious than most men. That's how they're able to get all that stuff under the umbrella of women's health.
Would you say the ones that do come in there with with those type of issues, are they usually habitual offenders? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They usually, when you look at the chart, you be like,
what you call repeat. It's what you call repeat offenders. That's why we were talking about that vaccine, that MV140. We have recumbent or reoccurring UTIs. Remember we were talking about that shit. So that's what that. So when you start having these people that we call frequent flyers, people that because you have women that work the streets.
For the streets, like
Well. You got there's a lot of women that come into the hospital and get themselves checked out for vaginal issues a lot. And there's frequent flyers. There's women that work the streets that come in and get they get work. They get treated for their and you can't and then what how can you can't shame but and explain them in that setting. Not in that setting, bro. I knew one doctor that used to do that. This used to shame, like he was like, "You fuck too much." He literally told a girl that she fucked too much. Like no. He literally told a girl that she fucked too much, and he was really aggressive. He was really aggressive. He said, "You fuck too much," and he threw the prescription at her while she was sitting there in the hospital gurney. And that doctor had to leave that hospital. He had to leave that. He had to leave that hospital. He wasn't able to keep practicing there.
Was he a Muslim?
That's the whole thing. What Ty is trying to prevent guys from doing, so that you don't get in no trouble. All this SBE, you can't do stuff like that, like in the past that you can do in the past, because you were protected back then. You're not protected now. You can lose your job. You can go to jail. Hell, you can get killed trying to SBE a chick.
That nigga said you fuck too much and threw the prescription at her ass. I mean
that's crazy stuff.
I was like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? But he was a big fat ass doctor too. He was a fucking fat ass, yo.
He probably didn't get no pussy. That's probably why he was throwing it in.
He was a fat, grumpy McDonald's eating on his break looking motherfucker. He was just nasty, fat neck motherfucker. But he was sloppy, fat neck ass motherfucker. He just grumpy all the time, angry all the fucking time. And like he just this one day, I guess he didn't get his cheeseburger, yo. And that nigga said, "You fuck too much," and do the dampers. I was like, "What the fuck, nigga?"
See, and that's why you have to
like, this nigga wildin', yo. This nigga wildin'. Yeah, so he finished that shift, but I ain't see that nigga at that. I ain't see that nigga at that. I ain't see that nigga at the hospital no more.
Hey, did you see that? I mean, I don't know if you talked about that story about this soccer player finessing his supposedly wife, and a lot of I guess this is the men are using this as a form of SBE, but
the women are using that as SBE because the women are calling him a mama's boy. The women are using that as the SBE. Yeah, women are using that as SBE. That's women SBE and men from being mama's boys, knowing that ain't no woman gonna ever love you as much as your mom.
Right.
Ain't no woman gonna love you more than your mama.
Right.
It's funny how much they talk about their mamas though, and now this mama is celebrated. That's the funny contrast I saw in that.
Yeah, niggas be talking shit about these damn black mamas, but we
Muslim though. They're Muslim.
Nah, she was protecting her son assets because
they still call her a mama's boy no matter what country or religion she is from.
Oh, that nigga a mama's boy. He definitely a mama's boy, but it worked out. Shit, I don't give a fuck. And shit, you can't see. You can shame, blame, and explain that he a mama's boy, but what you gonna replace it with? What these hoes gonna replace it with? What they gonna replace that with?
If the roles were reversed, dog, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this nigga was 19 years old when he married that 31-year-old bitch. Like, imagine if the roles were reversed. Wouldn't he be considered a groomer or some shit, or whatever term that they're using now?
Technically, no, because she would be legal.
She might have been a cougar.
Okay,
she might have been a cougar.
Marcus
She might have been a cougar, but that wasn't illegal. She might have been a cougar, but that wasn't illegal.
Right, but Marcus Houston married a 19-year-old.
And he's chilling with her, right?
Yeah, he's a groomer though.
No, he's not. He SBE'd her. He said, "You ain't," and she's grown. She's of age.
He groomed her. He supposedly. That's what the sisterhood is.
I ain't never heard nobody say that. I just heard they say. I heard him. Hold on, I heard him say he married a young chick, but I ain't heard him say he was no
grooming that. Come on, man. Why can't
I never heard that.
He groomed her.
He probably shamed her. He probably saying you young and you ain't gonna do no better than me. He probably shamed her.
No, I think he probably tricked on her. He's like, shit, I can show you the world. He Marcus.
Right.
I don't think he shamed her.
You ain't gonna get no better than me.
I'm just going on my anything I'm using. I'm using my crowd. Nigga, you want to see House Party 4? I was in House Party 4,
no better than me.
Dog, bro, I seen
That's
one
the best line ever. I was at House Party 4.
I seen Myron did one of the most vicious SBEs I've ever seen on the Fresh and Fit show to this 139-year-old black woman. And she was 39. And boy, and listen, dog, this shit was it was hard to watch because she was so defiant about
I don't understand the allure of them, man. They just seem like incels who got on and not.
22. Hey man, let me out there, y'all. I gotta get my ass there and go to sleep, man. Y'all wild.
It was vicious, dog. It was vicious, dog. She's like
39,
and she thought she really do think that she's gonna get better. And she said she had a high value dude. This shit was hard to watch, dog.
And
you gotta watch.
What if she get with a 60-year-old dude though?
Huh?
What if she get with a 60-year-old dude?
No. Well,
why would she though?
It's happened before.
It's possible, you know what I'm saying? Because that's still young to him. 39, he's 60.
I mean, and this the thing.
No, I think she said she wants somebody his age, her age, like around.
But sometimes you set up for what you can get too, though. You hungry enough, you're gonna eat what's there.
No, she had what she wanted, but she wanted more.
Okay, and she probably could get more. This is the problem. Y'all think that these women can't get what they want.
You know what it is? I think it's the same dudes who be tricking on the low.
Right. Have y'all been to these sugar daddy websites? They got women from 18, I mean, in their 50s trying to find a sugar daddy, and they getting them.
Man, you know what?
It's just like
we're gonna get out of there. We're gonna get out of there. Yeah. Hey, look, y'all, it was fun, y'all. But look, I worked last night and I just got up here to talk shit this morning. I get some sleep, y'all. So y'all want anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here, man?
Appreciate it.
At least like when you do our intake and you start talking to a couple
No.
SBE in it.
No.
Please. You might be saving a family, dog. You might be saving a family. You might be saving a life.
If they ask for some advice, I will calmly talk to them about different options and different ways in life or different behaviors in life. But will I shame them or put them down? No, I can't afford to do it in that case.
I know that's right.
I can't afford to do that.
Job over to SBE the chick.
No, I'm not saying like full out SBE, but I'm just saying at least sprinkle a little bit of it in there.
It is not worth it, and I can't financially afford that. I got a little bit of bread, but I ain't got enough to just say fuck it and go DEFCON 3 on these bitches. No. I ain't got that kind of money.
I've had supervisors try the SBE chicks. They lost their jobs.
Yeah, save SBE for the internet and these streets, and maybe even church. Church, you can get a matter of fact. The only professional person that get SBE. This is why these pastors are so lame, yo. Y'all the only niggas in the world that can go full blown SBE and you don't do it. Like you can shame, blame, and blame everybody.
So you got to think like women are the money base. Man don't really go to church. The women are the money.
Right.
You know what though?
Not man.
You got women pastors. That should already let you know the church ain't working.
Hey, pastor. we need to have a couple of us, in the manosphere become ordained ministers and shit.
Yeah, you really should become one, Reverend Durall.
Yeah, like me, we were a reverend and shit like that, and then we can go online. And then, because the thing about it is, once you have that minister or reverend title, whatever, you can SBE all you want to, and
all you want. You can biblically SBE.
Remember, who was that? TD Jakes tried to SBE. Look how
so he tried to do it from a building in a church. If you try to SBE as an ordained pastor on the internet, like I'm kind of tempting to do, you can talk all the shit you want. Because as a matter of fact, I would argue that. Well, what's the other pastor that everybody like?
Gino.
Dennis.
Oh yeah, he rips it. I think it's Gino. Gino.
Yeah, Gino. That nigga be SBE real hard from the pulpit.
Oh man, he vicious.
That nigga don't care, nigga. He go full. He go DEFCON 3 SB.
Oh, the whole world though. He don't just do it. He everybody.
Who that nigga that said I don't give a fuck, bitch? Who that damn pastor?
That might be the pastor.
Pastor Tedious or some shit. I'm subscribed to him. He be going in all day. Like
he's protected. Are you gonna fire that pastor? No. What can you do to him?
You can't do shit to him, yo. Look, let me tell you another nigga that be SBE, Mr. Farrakhan. Farrakhan.
Again, what do I need to do to do that?
Yo, Farrakhan be SBE real hard. Yeah. I'm like, damn, Farrakhan, you going this nigga, you run.
But guess what? What are you gonna do to Farrakhan?
Nah, shit.
Not a damn thing. You ain't gonna. They took him off of YouTube. Guess what? He's still rolling.
Look, Pastor Dow, he on the internet, SBN too. You know Pastor Dow, don't you? Pastor Dow, the Israelite. He the Israelite.
But I think the Israelites.
The one had that compound. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Pastor Dow got a compound the SBE on. That nigga be in there SBE. Hold on, let's pull up.
and guess what? He's protected.
Yeah, Pastor Dow.
That's the whole point. You're SBEing without power. You are subject to a lot of problems. Again.
Reverend,
you lose your reputation, you can go to jail, you might get deleted. But those guys are protected. They're protected. You're not gonna fire them. You're sure not gonna run up on them because you might get deleted if you try to run up.
You talking about the thoughts?
I'm talking about the thoughts and their sympathizers.
Look, Pastor Dow got her in this motherfucker. Look at Pastor Dow got he got her as Pastor Dow wife answers a woman's wife wrong.
and here's the thing. This is what we should have had like Sister Goddess and D'Amico Reed be doing. We're supposed to be controlling what they say to the public, but we don't do that. they do whatever they want to do.
He said, "You go get up here and SBE yourself, yo." Look, answer the question.
Yes, sir. Is that correct? That's correct. And you still had to take care of me. Yes, sir. Cook my dinner. Yes, sir. Wash my clothes. Yes, sir. And clean. Yes, sir. And perform conjugal rights. Yes, sir.
Man, I can't believe this nigga definitely got some power, boy. This nigga,
that's SBE.
This nigga, boy, like motherfuckers in the sisterhood are fucking punching the air. Like, listen to this nigga right here.
Look at this shit.
This nigga said conjugal rights. What?
Right.
This nigga ain't canceled. He's not canceled.
Hell no, Pastor Dow ain't canceled. This nigga be wilding on the internet, yo. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. She yes, sir. Got her arms folded. Yo, look, got a do-rag on, got a wrapped up. These full SBE nigga pastors can do it.
It's one job to I can work one and bring in greater income. Yes, and you were homeschooling the children. Yes, sir. Is that right?
That's right.
You were cooking, cleaning.
Yes, sir.
Paying the bills.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Now we were homeschooling our children. We were using a Becker program.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you still had to take care of me.
Yes, sir.
Cook my dinner.
Yes, sir.
Wash my clothes.
Yes, sir.
And clean.
Yes, sir.
And perform conjugal rights.
Yes, sir.
And still had to get the children to bed. And this was all by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
And tending to all the saints that would come over.
Yeah, and that's including tending to all the other children that would come over every weekend too. Isn't that right?
And the saints.
And the saints. So, am I missing this? No, and I think I'm missing it. And how long you been doing this ever since you've been married to
me? 30-something years.
30-something years. I mean, I'm just want to make sure because I just got finished hearing this woman complaining about that. Now we're on the community. We've been on community 18 years now. Owned this community 18 years. We've been doing community 20-something years. All right. You still cook?
I still cook.
But you cook for a whole bunch of more people now.
Yes, sir.
At least once or twice a week, right?
Yes, sir.
You clean?
Yes, sir.
Still got to wash dishes?
Yes, sir.
Wash my clothes?
Every week.
And not only that, there are times you even watching the children around here.
Yes.
And they're not your children.
No, sir.
But they are children.
Yes.
Because they're the part of the family of the community.
Grandma.
Yeah, grandma. And a lot of times people just stop over here because they want to see what grandma got in the candy bowl.
That's exactly right.
Or the fruit bowl.
True.
And you still have to even entertain them.
Yes.
What am I missing about this? I mean, is this the generation where women don't cook? They don't clean? They don't wash dishes? They don't take care of their husbands? They don't take care of their children? Are they queens or something? They're supposed to just sit on their ass all day long and let it spread? I mean, what am I getting wrong about this?
Yeah, this nigga going full SBE, right? This nigga going full.
You know what I don't understand is why is he mad? He got what he wanted, though. It sounds like he mad. He got what he. You did it, right?
I think we should, man. Hold on.
That's an example of not letting up. Fuck that. He ain't letting up. Never. 30 years. He still ain't letting up.
You don't think she know by now, though? You don't think she just? It's like almost just like breathing. She just do it and don't even realize she doing it. You dig what I'm saying? At some point, you got to trust that what you've implemented is working.
Yeah, bro. I think that's her though. Like my mother before she passed, she was still trying to cook, even though she was sick.
Nigga, you know what I'm gonna do, dog? I'm gonna get ordained as a pastor or minister. Because the thing about it is once you have that, like, pastor, whatever in front of your name, it does.
Do that online though. You don't gotta really get deep. You can do that online. Like
you gotta go to class.
Yeah. I mean, I can start printing up like theology.
No, I mean like your actual, you know what I'm saying? You know the thing.
All you gotta do is call an African and tell them to print you off the certificate.
Africans got all kinds of certificates. If I wanted to do it, I could get a following real quick.
You think I can become a bootleg pastor? I can bootleg.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Africans, yo, and you have your certificate in no time, nigga.
Because y'all was talking about the SBE.
The pastors at my job. I mean, just like they be on YouTube and everything. Like,
your pastors living the best life. They be on you. They be SBEing all day. They get to ride around SBEing. Nigga. That's a good job.
It's just like that CNA scam that they had, like all those fake like that. You heard about that shit?
Yeah, no. They had actual shit. They had more than CNAs, nigga. The Africans was making nursing license, nigga. They're making registered nursing license, nigga.
Dang.
Because you can't look, even if you do holistic healthcare, right? Where you care about the whole person, you cannot shame like a pastor. Because I looked into holistic healthcare. That's just a bunch of affirmations and and shit like that. And it's supposed to affirmation bullshit, but it's not like you don't get to talk that Pastor Dow shit, right? That nigga like, you clean? You conjugal duties?
No. But I don't know.
Online, can't nobody call him abusive. Online, can't nobody call him abusive, yo.
But does the novelty you think like wears out in being able to say whatever the fuck you want to say to a hoe? Like not a hoe, but to a woman.
Because you know why the novelty don't run out, because you have the power as the pastor. You are the leader of a flock. And so therefore, no, it doesn't fade. It doesn't fade. Matter of fact, it probably, as your flock grows, you probably get more. As your flock grows, you get she feel like she more of a part of something. So I think you'll be able to SBE her and more people after that.
And the thing of it, you have to stay consistent. See what happened with TD Jakes? He tried to do it, but after years and years saying these women are perfect, these women are all this, and you're the queens and all that stuff. Then he tried to SBE them. They turned on him.
Yeah, that nigga SBE too late, nigga.
Yeah.
All that Tyler Perry movies and shit. You can't SBE these hoes. Matter of fact, I don't know, but Tyler Perry be kind of SBEing too, though. Real shit.
Yeah. Man,
SBE.
Real shit.
You know what?
Why y'all going to these movies? They be SBEing the shit out of y'all.
You know who we
at the same time.
You know who we glossed over might be the king. I mean, he's the king of pandering. And we never even mentioned this nigga. This nigga, damn Derek Jackson. That nigga right there was a king. Like
that nigga is SB. If SBE and niggas,
oh yeah.
If SBE was a person, it would be Derek Jackson.
But he SBE.
That nigga be having all the smoke for niggas.
He still got a channel though, don't he?
Women.
He still got a channel though, don't he?
Yeah, but his SBE on niggas don't work the same when they found out he was the same nigga he was SBEing.
I don't think his target market was ever niggas. It was really the women.
No, this nigga tricked the fuck out of me, bro. One day though, I was scrolling to the shit and he put a title was like, you know what I'm saying, don't, date a single mother or some shit like that, right? So I was like, oh shit, this nigga finally see the light, right? I clicked on that motherfucker, that bitch switched up. And you know what he did? He SBE men. He was like, yeah, don't date a single mother if you ain't a real man. Like, he changed that whole fucking narrative of like, nigga, you are a piece of shit if you can't date a single mother. I'm like, God damn, this nigga is the king of the pandering. Like, oh my God.
And you can see his channel still going. I mean, it's still going. I mean that there's two ways you can make money on
he became a male feminist pastor. What's that nigga in Atlanta that said they need to grow weed in the church? And what's that nigga?
Brian.
What church that was at? I don't know what the hell was going on in that.
Brian, I think his last name Brian.
No, that nigga said we need to grow weed in church.
Oh yeah,
he was trying to get young black men to start growing weed.
Hey, Passive, when you look at that
down here in Georgia, you know what I'm saying?
You seen that New York nigga, that New York pastor that got robbed in the middle of the church? Like this nigga right here, if he is not a sign that the church system ain't shit, I don't know what is. That nigga right there, you know what I'm talking about, right? The dude, the Gucci, the Gucci pastor.
Yeah.
That nigga be shaming the shit out of people too. And this nigga, what's that nigga name?
It ain't. Yeah, he from Africa or something like that. I know you talking.
Oh, them African niggas be shamed. Them niggas be shaming. Your pussy was burned.
Did you see the one pat? Yeah, there go Brian.
Oh, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at this.
He said the purpose would be to attract new members with a focus on Black men to help the church's membership. He also explained that another goal of starting the marijuana business would be to drive entrepreneurship in the Black community. Pastor Bryant did not, however, give a time frame for the project.
They growing weed.
This nigga, dog. What is he gonna grow? Hey, what is he gonna grow some PlayStations too?
I mean, that's a smart idea though, especially how much we were penalized because of marijuana back then. You know what I'm saying? I think we really own that market for real. That'd have been a nice little reparations.
Yeah, that would be great, but that like totally go against the Bible. But all right, I mean,
Why? It don't say you can't grow weed in the Bible. Where say that at?
So you think a bunch of
It
niggas
said plant me and be fruitful, didn't it? Didn't it say something like that?
Selling weed and
No, really. New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the
I don't know about the ecosystem.
This nigga crazy.
You see the sisterhood
That was
eating
a
that
stretch
shit?
with that
Oh my
ecosystem.
God. She said, oh my God. Oh my God.
Bro. We need to listen to this nigga more though. I'm telling this whole ordained thing, being a minister and all this, putting that damn title dog, because you can get away with damn near anything.
Nigga, there's nothing you can't say. Look at the yo, we just saw the Dalai Lama. What's that nigga? The Dalai Lama, the Dalai Lama, whoever the hell this nigga is. We seen this nigga try to French kiss a child in public. Pastors, I mean, this shit's fucked up, but pastors can literally do anything.
This nigga, though, I seen one where this nigga was shaming. He was shaming the whole congregation for the gifts they got him. Like he felt like he deserved better gifts and shit. I'm like, God damn, the nigga in Detroit. So these niggas do have unlimited power.
My mother was going to take out a payday loan to pay the pastor's anniversary gift.
No, it wasn't. No.
Yes, I had to tell my mother, Mom, you are not going to get a payday loan to pay this man's gift.
Listen to this shit.
I do, but let's go through the process and let's just see what happens. So pull them off from me, and I can help you. Here. Ooh. All right, now, and so what this does, and I'm always real discreet with your regular panties. So I folded them, I laid them there. And like I said, what these are and helping you pull them on, and the way we do it, this will help. So you just keep that in mind. Step in the knee. Okay? Put your leg in. Yes.
I say yeah.
And allow me to pull them up. All right. You don't think that you need a lane grind pair or another. And what I'm doing here is just touching your knees, because if they are not, touched and stuff, you end up using those, and you end up going into your own ministry there. You don't need to do that. But yes, Lord. All right.
Like I said, yeah.
Nigga, I was in the wrong profession my whole fucking life.
God
damn.
They got a special place in hell if there's one.
I was in the wrong man. So you mean to tell me these niggas get to do this, run up the check, be at home, doing whatever, wear nice suits and shit like that.
Nice cars.
Nice cars.
All tax free.
Tax free.
All tax free.
You talking about reading something like they're just reading stories all day to the congregation. That's it.
But you got to have the voice.
Look, technically, the government comes to you when the police fails. When the police fails in a neighborhood, the government goes to pastors.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go to. They go to pastors are probably the most local politician.
Yeah.
All of that. So therefore, pastors can say and do things, and pastors can say and do things with a different. They can move differently than a lot of other citizens. They can, yeah.
Most a lot of people not really fucking with religion now like that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, they can, not that they should, but they can.
But they're not though. They ain't even, you know what I'm saying? No religion.
Imagine, but I was just imagine like a damn Derek Jackson nigga getting into pastoring, like having a church and shit like that.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
That nigga can be a billionaire doing that shit.
He should.
I'm surprised Derek Jackson hasn't gone into the ministries already. I really am surprised he hasn't.
Isn't that?
I don't think it would be bad at it. I don't think he'd be bad at it.
But the wasn't Megan Good's husband, like the sisterhood, they ran after him like Derek Jackson, right? Was it?
She did marry a pastor, but I think he was trying to put her on that Pastor Dow gang, but Megan Good had been in the streets too long. He tried to turn a Jezebel into a Proverbs woman, and he couldn't shame her out of her Jezebel ways.
What was she?
Because she got money.
Yeah, he couldn't shame her out of
money and fame. I'm like, you can't do that to a woman got money and fame.
Yeah, he tried to shame her out of that shit, but just couldn't do it.
No, because I mean, she had to really realize it was going to be a totally different world than what she was even used to.
Well, look what happened with Janet Jackson. She went over there to that Muslim country.
Even her too, though.
And they tried to do that 5 years. That dude had to pay out what, $500,000?
Yeah, he had to send her ass back here because if he didn't, they were gonna throw some hot stones at her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a different level of SBE. So hold on, American pastor SBE is better than Middle Eastern SBE. Them niggas.
Oh, they don't shame blaming us saying they whoop bop and bam bop your ass and shit.
They come with the hand. They talking.
Your face. That's how much shame I got.
But, I mean, the thing about it, dude. I mean, but I think the American men are so soft that even if we did have the power to go upside their head, I don't think very few men would even do it.
No, I don't think we would. I don't think they would.
I don't think we would at all.
A lot of men ain't gonna listen.
Nah.
Men will tell you let a woman hit you and do nothing. That should let you know what it is right there.
Nah, American men don't whoop ass like American women say.
No.
I don't know.
Oh shit! Oh no! Not Red Supreme going at Ramil and Ty City. Y'all niggas is horrible, man.
Hold on. I thought Red Supreme was like on the he's like the shaming niggas for shaming hoes type nigga too, right?
No. Fuck that. Red Supreme. I think Red Supreme is a SBE nigga too. He shamed niggas, bitches, children. He's an SBE nigga, yo. Red Supreme's fuck it, it is what it is.
Is he shaming them for standing up for D'Amica and them? Is that
I
don't think Ramil and Ty City was actually taken up for Six the Goddess or Danica. I think they were pointing out how weak niggas look, and I agree with them. Like them niggas.
How long before they fall out? Because you know it's gonna happen.
Who?
Danica and Six the Goddess.
Probably won't be long. A little bit of money.
Just like the sisterhood, they fall out all the time. Is either over money, subscribers.
Yeah, they ain't gonna see that shit ain't gonna last long. But see, thing about it is, I'm glad to see that niggas is bringing this SBE back, nigga. I'm happy that niggas is bringing this shit back because we got soft as fuck. The internet got real goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the manosphere, everything, even the women got real goofy when everybody stopped SBEing. Now that the SBE is back, this shit is going to start having better conversations now. Well, now that we can shame each other, because when we were pussyfooting, dancing around, not trying to hurt each other's feelings, this shit was whack.
I don't think
nah, nigga, you were honorary sisterhood for a little bit there, Pastor. What you talking about?
I know I was, yo. I was honorary sisterhood, nigga. But I still fuck with the sisterhood, but I don't mind shaming them either.
So you just saying we just shaming everybody and getting this money?
We shaming everybody, yo. If we see some children being bad, we're gonna shame their ass too. You badass children, you not following directions, you not being. Jesus loved the little children all around the world, red or yellow, black and white. They are princes in his sight, except for you, damn hellions. Y'all are not godly little children. Get your little bad demon asses on demon time out the damn middle of the street. We need to talk shit even to children.
Did you see the one lady who was talking shit to the black lady at the hotel?
Talk shit to her ass too. Yeah, get her ass.
No, she get her ass though. That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be the consequences. You got to be ready to fight. You start talking shit nowadays.
Yeah,
like she beat her ass with her phone and this shit.
That's the problem, yo. We have a protection plan. If we have to fight, we're gonna have to fight, yo. But that's the problem, though. We ain't used. People used to have a different level of discourse and communication with each other to the point where they didn't have to fight. But because we don't talk to each other no more,
because you don't have to fight, though, Pastor.
No, because we don't SBE.
A lot of
because we
on the
don't
internet.
SBE. I think because we don't SBE each other enough. When you attempt to SBE, niggas can't take it. They end up fighting.
But you SBE with no power, with no consequences. That's
used to being told you fucking up.
Yeah, but there's consequences for that. Hey, yeah, you're fucking up. Okay, you keep fucking up, you'll find out what's going to happen to you. And usually something happens. Dude, back in the day, some dudes who were messing around with all these women, yeah, they get their ass whooped. They get ran out of town. Now, nothing happens to him like that.
Now he get to come on Pearl State. He get to go come on Pearl Network and talk about how he got 7 baby mamas.
So let me ask you a question: is Pearl the ultimate shame, blame, explain? Then?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Pearl hell yeah, Pearl on some shame, blame, and explain. Pearl is look.
That's what I'm saying. She kind of the number one at it because being a white woman, these black women and all that.
You're saying the thing about it is black women can't stomach her. Like I mean, they can't even stomach her content because the thing about it is, you know how they say a hit dog holler. Shit, everything she says make them holler. Like
but Pearl be shaming people, and she knows she ain't acting right her damn self. She's the ultimate grifter. Because when you shame someone about the same shit you doing, nigga, that shit don't flow. She do shame a lot. So the reason why Pearl shame don't go nowhere because she shame people for the same shit she do. This is the reason why Tommy Sotomayor's shame don't work no more. Because he can shame black women all he want to, but he be acting like him and fucking with them harder than anybody else. So
you can't say
it don't work.
You can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. If you're going to shame somebody, you got to be a better example than them when you shame. It's almost like the Bible say, because you hear people say, "Oh, you can't judge," or the Bible says, "Don't judge." That's a lie. You can judge, but you have to judge with a righteous eye. That's what people fail to realize. Biblically, you can't. Biblically, you can judge, but you have to have a righteous eye judging.
It can't be of any sin.
No, it's not because we're born in inequity and sin, but your eye has to be more righteous than the sin or what you're judging. You can't be doing the same shit and judging somebody else when you doing it. That's how it don't go nowhere. That's how it don't go nowhere. Ty City went on someone live and some dude saying he was simping over a purple avatar. Oh shit, y'all niggas is trying to go for
no. Him and Fantastic,
I know what he's talking about.
They were going in. I mean, Fantastic. I heard the shit. Fantastic. I think it was on A1 shit or A1.
Yeah, A1. He talking about
because he was talking about because I guess before they were speculation.
Well, hold on. Everybody to a certain extent, a little bit simped on some Jessica S. It was either her accent or it was her talking points. Or you saw her, she was SBEing these hoes for y'all, for us. So nigga, don't act like niggas won't fucking with Jessica a little bit at one point, nigga.
Again, I with a woman, I don't see that. that's simping. If you flirt with a woman, that's not simping to me. Now, if you up there defending her and willing to fight other dudes over a chick you never seen and touch, that's some simp shit.
Ooh.
Well, I think it was simply because they say nobody has ever seen her, so why simp over her? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's a voice box or what, but her voice did that accent, that voice, it did trigger niggas. Oh, that sounds different. She sounds like it did trigger niggas, and niggas kind of liked it. But we don't know what Jessica X. We don't know nothing about Jessica X.
Yeah, but again, that was real early, like when everybody was hanging out.
And I don't know her. I don't know her person. I mean, I never. The thing. This is what I question, right? So you have the queen of SBE in your city, which is London, right?
Yeah.
And you would think if it would only make logical sense that they would collaborate with each other, but I never heard. I mean, I don't even think they even talk about it. So that only makes me think either you not real or you're not real. You feel me?
Jessica X don't want her. She don't want her face to be out. She don't want nobody to really see her. Because
Jessica voice is kind of dropping. You would think as big as Jessica X is over here, that Pearly would have contacted her and they would have linked up right now.
I don't think Jessica wants to do that though.
I don't even know if Jessica X is first of all, that X shit. We're finding out that X shit in modern day time means something different. It's like Xmas. Like Xmas you can replace Christmas with when they replace Christmas with Xmas. That shit Christmas. Nigga, what the fuck is we really practicing now? So I don't know if Jessica X. I don't know if that X throws me off now. I don't know what that X really means.
Mathematics is unknown.
It's unknown. Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about that. And we were talking about math earlier, right? Mathematically, an X is an unknown number. It's unknown. It's an unknown. Was an unknown letter. It's an unknown letter. So to replace with replace with a known number if you can figure out the equation, right?
Do you think that she might be either AI or transmanosphere?
She's a woman.
I don't think she's AI. I don't.
She look like
she was saying that it was this lady named Deity, and she was like this like staunch pro-black chick who like.
I don't know what Jessica X is. I don't know if it's a transformer or a voice box. Or if that shit could be Angry Man running an AI, nigga. We don't fucking know.
You know, to be honest, I hope it's because I will die laughing.
And didn't Grandmaster Troll try to connect it to
guys
it? No, didn't Grandmaster Troll try to connect it to an OnlyFans model?
I'm curious.
I don't even think GMT was able to. You know what? I don't think GMT was able to break the Jessica X code.
No,
I don't think GMT actually found her. I don't think he did. And GMT finds everybody if he wants to. He didn't find her, and so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think she might be AI. I think she might be AI.
No, she ain't AI. She's a person.
She a person, but
a person from England. I just don't think she look like.
Yo, why Red Supreme so mad at Ty City over there? Ty City gonna have the fire for stream tonight, nigga. He gonna have the fire some shit up tonight, nigga.
Red I was always had for Ty and Ramil, because that whole SBE, when they came out with SBE, he's been on their ass ever since that.
I feel him though. It is a money maker, and it's
Yeah, but real talk, y'all, I gotta really go my ass to sleep, man. I'm getting tired of this motherfucker. So it was good rocking with y'all, man.
Have a good one.
Y'all peace. Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Pastor.